Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the LG G3 unboxing, which has been long awaited for reasons I cannot explain. Anyways, moving on. This video will be a little bit different from the other ones you've seen because my G3 is a little bit different. See if we can get a hint of that. No focus. Focus. It says violet. Now, thought I'd be a bit different and get the purple version of the G3. Now, before we begin the unboxing, I should explain I've already opened it just to see if everything is as it should be. Because I purchased it from a website I was a little bit sketchy about, but it got here in one piece, so that's all I really care about. Anyways, on we go. Now we'll break the already broken warranty seal because got to do that. And go for a bit of a refocus. Wait a sec. Okay. Now, inside the box, we have the G3. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's pull that out of the way. Further in the box, we have accessories. Now, G3 does not come with purple accessories for reasons I cannot explain. It comes with white, which look hideous. So here's that cable, the micro USB cable. We've got Quad Beat headphones, Quad Beat 2, not to be confused with Dr. Dre Beats, both terrible anyway. And for some strange reason we don't have a UK adapter, we've got a Europe one, I believe. And I will never use that. Anyways. So that is that. Now, here's what you really came to see, the phone. It is very purple. It's as purple as I expected. I mean, that's good. Didn't want it to be like overly girly, but it looks quite nice in my opinion. I thought it'd be a good choice over the black, which is a little more common, and the white, which I don't prefer, and gold, which no one should ever buy, because gold is a wrong colour to buy a phone in. Anyway, we'll take this, we'll take the front off. Everyone likes that sound. And we have the G3 unmarked. Now, confession number 2, I've already powered on the phone, used it for a long time. It's been about 2 months. But that will allow me to give my honest opinions on how it is to use and live with. Just power it on real quick. And I'll get back to you once it's been powered on. And we're back considerably later in the day thanks to a small interruption from my dad, but oh well. Hopefully there's still enough daylight. Anyway, the phone is powered on, locked at the moment, so you can double tap to unlock, or rather to wake. Then you can see the rain animation, because it's always raining in England. Anyway, swipe to unlock, get a nice sound. Okay, and then you are presented with the LG UI. It's very characterful, quite bubbly. Got the gestures that you can use, your home windows there, your app drawer. Got quite a few apps. You got your notification drawer with all your quick toggles here, your ringer volume brightness. I think I'll lower that a bit for the video. Right, so first things first, we'll start with the camera. So the camera is a 13 megapixel shooter, we can see in the settings here. See if I can refocus that for you. You see it's 13 megapixel. And it's capable of 4K video, so it's quite nice. It also has laser autofocus. I don't know if you can see that there. Right there, yeah, you can see that. So it's like really snappy to focus. It focuses like within a second easily. And pictures are taken pretty quickly. I've got an SD card in it because unlike the way most smartphone manufacturers have decided to go, this actually does have a micro SD slot, which is useful. Take that, Samsung. Yeah, I use it quite a bit. Like all my music's on there. I've not stored photos on there, but I probably will end up doing. Anyway, so that's the camera. Next up, I don't know, settings. LG UI, hang on. It's quite customizable. You got your sound settings. Not really much different from any other Android phone. You got display. So in here we got, again, nothing much of any difference from any other Android phone. Home screen, that might be a bit different. So you can select here like an easy home, which is for like if you want to simplify the phone's use, but I don't see why you do that, seeing as you spent so much money on a G3. So keep that on home, that's what I'd recommend. You can choose themes. You have to sign up to LG World or whatever it's called, so I don't really bother with that. Wallpapers, every phone has that nowadays. Screen swipe effect. Now this is pretty interesting. It gives the phone quite a bit of character. So as you can see here, you can change like how the screen goes across. Currently got it on, I think I've got it on layer at the moment. Screen looping, that's cool, so you can just keep going indefinitely through all the screens. Speaking of which, the screen itself is 1440p, so that means it's above 1080p, not quite 4K, but the pixel density is just unreal. Like you literally cannot see the pixels. It's very clear. It's a 5.5 inch display. It's very clear, and it's also, I believe, an IPS display, so the colors look good. The viewing angles are pretty outstanding, so there's no color fade, none of that TN nonsense. The phone also features slow motion video, which I think is pretty cool. Here's one I did earlier. I have a speaker. Turn the brightness down for you. The video player also has gestures, so swipe down this side, the left side, and you can change the brightness, so up and down for brightness. Swipe left to right, you can change the, you can seek the video, so go to different points within the video, and this side, the right side, is volume, so volume up down. So that makes up for not having the buttons on the top or the side. I mean, volume would obviously be on the side. But anyway, this is 120 Hz, 720p. So the picture is actually pretty good, and the frame rate is pretty slow, which is nice because slow motion. Everyone loves slow motion for reasons we can't quite understand. What else do we have? The phone, pretty standard, ordinary dialer. Messaging app, let's not show that. Okay, right. So, keyboard, I changed that out for Swift key, just because I can. Nothing of any difference there, to be honest. Sorry about that, more interruptions from family, etc. Anyway, double tap to unlock, and double tap in an open space where you've not got a shortcut to lock again. Also, if you're within an application, let's go with the clock. It's hard to see the status bar, status. If you double tap there, the phone also locks. So double tap to unlock. And one of my biggest, I want to say, let's not go with complaints. I mean, It's the software buttons. They're nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them at all. It's just I went from a phone that had capacitive buttons down here. It took a bit of adjusting to, but once I had adjusted, it's actually not that bad. I actually somewhat prefer it because, say, you open an app. It's not the best example, but if you rotate it, they also rotate to see what they do. What else do we got? We got the flash. Now this flash is a little bit different to the generic flash in most phones. It's a dual LED, which is pretty common, but the LEDs are of two different colors. There's a warm white and a bright white, and now this gives a more human skin tone. Not human skin tone, what am I on about? It gives a more warm color for a more natural color. So if I turn on the flash here, you see it's not like a bright white. It's in a more natural colored light, so more like a old-fashioned torch. We'd have a yellow light, but it's not quite yellow, it's just like really natural. I think I'm blinding you, you can't really see that. So that's that. I mean, it's not major, but it's just a little small thing. Another feature of this phone, which I initially saw as a gimmick, turned out that I actually used it quite often. See, there's a change of set because in order to demonstrate it I had to move. So there's an app preloaded on the phone called Quick Remote, and basically it does what it says on the tin. It's a remote for anything that you can find in the list of things that it controls. So here I've got ye olde hi-fi there, and I lost the remote, but fear not, I've got my phone. So as you can see there, it's not on, my hands are here. If I press the button, it turns on. How cool is that? So I found myself using that all the time. It's pretty cool. Turn it off, change volume, whatever. And yeah, so that's a feature that I use quite a bit because it's rather handy. Okay, the color. So purple is here, this bit. So that bit's normally, well, depending on your phone, gold, white, or black, or grey black, whatever it is. Speaker grill is now purple, which is quite a nice little accent, I think. And the back and the buttons. I've not yet shown you the inside, which is strange, so I'll do that. The back just pops off like that. You've got your NFC here, your contacts or NFC. You've got a 3000 mAh battery, which lasts pretty well for me actually. I get through the day with at least 30% remaining by night. SD card slot right there. I've got a U3 SanDisk Extreme. SIM card is beneath that, so you have to take out your battery to swap that out. And obviously your camera, 13 megapixel, your infrared blaster, and your flash, and your buttons are there. On your speaker here. Speaker I've not mentioned yet. It's a 1 watt amplified speaker. So it sounds pretty good, but the only one gripe I have about it is it's on the back. So no matter how good it sounds, it's facing away from you, and that's not really as ergonomic as it could be. So I don't think I can play that without getting copyright infringements. Screw you, YouTube. That is all for now. If you want to see more videos, give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment to show what you want. And favorite and subscribe, because I could do with some subscribers. Anyway, peace out. It's PS3 Modern 92. See you in the next one.
Watch me rain.